What's going on? What's going on? It's your favorite trans girl here on YouTube, Miley Carter. So today's video is going to be a video that I've been meaning to record for you guys for a long time. Yes, I do know I took a long month break, but honestly, even in between that, I was taking even more breaks. This is going to be a September Q&A, and every month I will be doing a Q&A, so make sure you guys stay tuned on my Instagram, also in the community tab on my YouTube channel, so that you guys will be able to ask me questions anonymously. I will be answering questions first, because there is some things I have to get off my chest before we even proceed to go on with what the fuck I have to say. I thank you guys for even tuning in. If you are new to my channel, make sure you guys subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. Do not be afraid to talk to me. I posted the Not Gonna Lie little app thing on my social media, on my Instagram, and a lot of you guys had asked me some questions. So the first, let me screenshot this so you guys know I'm not lying about the questions. All right, so the first question I got was first anonymous message I got was, who was your last IG search? My last IG search was the neighborhood. One said, what was the stupidest thing you thought as a kid? So I was just telling a story to someone the other day. The stupidest thing I thought as a kid was when I was in middle school. I really thought that my body was going to change like over time within middle school. I thought my body was going to morph into me being a woman. And I guess that's not really a stupid thing, but you know, bitch, your body just morphing by itself, that's kind of crazy. The next one says, do I top? So I've actually been asked this before. I'm not sure why people are so intrigued with asking trans women these types of questions, but I guess it's the type of question that is really on a personal basis of people just be wanting to know. And the answer is no, I am nobody's top. I have tried it one time, of course, when I talked to you guys about my experience with, you know, having sexual intercourse with a trans man. That bamboozled me. But yeah, I've had my experience with that, and of course I've, you know, had a top experience with a butch queen as well. But that's not my forte. No. Somebody said, what are your thoughts on SRS? And this may not be somebody who really thoroughly gets into my page, or maybe they're just new to following me. If you guys know that I am in the process of trying to get SRS, but it is a long, strenuous process. On top of that, bitch, it is a whopping $28,000. So my thoughts on getting SRS is yes, I do want it if that's what you were asking. However, you guys can go ahead and support me and by donating if you can and if you would like to. I'm not saying, oh my God, y'all, donate. If you can donate to the cause, then definitely do it. Check down below for my GoFundMe link. It will be down below in the description box as well as in the comments. I love you guys so very much for those of you who do decide to donate as well. Well, someone said more hair and makeup tutorials on YouTube. So I am going to slowly dive deeper back into uploading more hair reviews and hair tutorials and things of that nature, because I know you guys probably want definitely more hair reviews, because bitch, I know y'all be asking me where I get my hair from and things of that nature. I am going to dive back deeper into that, as well as I am going to try to do more makeup tutorials here on my channel. I just have to figure out a setup. I honestly want the perfect setup when it comes to doing hair and makeup videos. I do need to go ahead and order me a backdrop, a paper backdrop that is. The backdrops I have is green and white, and they're cloth ones. Excuse my voice is going in and out, but it is what it is. Anyway, like I was saying, I do have cloth backdrops right now, and I don't really like that. So I will be ordering paper backdrops, and once I get that, we will be in the motherfucking money, okay? They said not gonna judge, but why? ... And I'm not sure if they're saying like, why did I decide to transition, or what the fuck that means. But why I decided to transition, because I needed to fit who the fuck I was in the inside, and bitch, I needed to live my life and live in my truth. Someone asked, have you done drugs? And the question is yes. And if you want to know what drugs I have done openly, and y'all know I'm an open book. So the main drug I've ever done has been weed. But from the time period of between like 2020, I want to say, in 2021, I had started doing cocaine, coke, whatever the fuck you want to call it, in the powder form. So no, bitch, I was not doing crack, but bitch, I was doing coke, okay? And I know y'all probably about to say, girl, Miley, you let them fucking Atlanta girls like really goop you and start doing that. But bitch, let me say something. You have to live and you learn, bitch. You have to go through things, and bitch, you have to experiment, bitch. Like, that's just what you have to do. I'll tell y'all this story. I remember it was a point in time last year. Actually, in August is when I decided to stop doing coke. I've done coke about 5 times. But every time I've done it, it got worse and worse and worse, bitch. Like, when I had did it, bitch, I was in the after hours, bitch, and I did like 20 bags. And I know y'all probably about to be like, bitch, how the fuck you ain't overdosed or passed out, bitch? I don't know. But bitch, I did 20 bags and I had me a good time, okay? And bitch, I don't give a fuck who judge me, bitch, because most of these hoes to try to act like they don't do things, bitch. They talk shit publicly, but do the shit privately. So I'm not here to promote doing certain drugs and things of that nature, but if you do it, you do it. You not do that, but whatever you do, you do. That's what you want to do. All right, someone said, what's the hardest part about being you? And honestly, the hardest part currently about being me is literally thriving through life. Being an influencer, being a black fucking trans woman, being a black woman of the trans experience is probably one of the hardest things for me, because love, you know, and I've learned that recently. You can have everything in the world going on. I do apologize for the fucking sirens that's in the fucking background, but you can have everything in life going on. And you can have a car, you can have your own money, you can have your own place. And it's like, when it comes to the love factor of being a black woman in the trans experience, like, you know, being a black woman of the trans experience, it's so fucking hard to find a man that's not a chaser, to find a man that loves you for you, to find a man that don't want to use you for what you have, to find a man that doesn't see you as a fetish, to find a man that loves you for you, to find a man that wants to love you out loud, to find a man that got his own shit. Like, it's just so much. Like, when it just comes to just being a black woman of the trans experience, it's just so fucking hard to just deal with. And that's just, honestly, for me personally, it's just one of the hardest things when it comes to just being me. So the next question is, what have you ever got detention for? Excuse me. And I will say, the only reason why I probably ever got detention in school was because of my mouth. Like, I was always chatty. I had good grades in school, but I was always chatty. I just love to run my fucking mouth and talk. The next question is, which COVID vaccine did you get? Personally, I don't recommend anyone to get the COVID vaccine, but that's why I personally don't speak on certain things, because if you want to get the COVID vaccine, or if you had it, that's on you. I personally have never got the COVID vaccine, and I have never caught COVID. Knock on wood. I've never got COVID ever. Thoughts on the new Beyoncé album, and let me tell y'all something. What more than to say other than a fucking masterpiece? I will say I was so worried at first when I heard that it was going to be an album of house music and Vogue beats and no shade, because when I first heard Break My Soul, I'm just like, oh my God, like, It's true. Like, Beyonce's doing it. Like, oh my God. But then I was just like, bitch, like, after the next day, after like 2 listens with Break My Soul, I was hooked. And I kept playing Break My Soul up until, still listen to Break My Soul, of course, still to this day. But I listened to it up until Renaissance finally came out. And Renaissance, a beautifully scripted, molded, curated, perfected album filled with joy, love, happiness. When every time in the morning when I wake up and before I start my day, I listen to the Renaissance album from start to finish. I will say sometimes throughout the day certain songs, but it's so hard because it's like once I listen to songs like Plastic Off the Sofa, which is my favorite song on the album, and Virgo's Groove, it's like I go clicking right to I'm That Girl, and I have to start the album from start to finish. And it's like, even when Song of Renaissance goes off, it's like a fucking trap, and I have to listen to the whole album again. Like, it's so addicting. I love it, and I really can't wait for Act 2 and Act 3. I know that it's gonna be an even bigger fucking masterpiece. And can you review DHgate designer replica items? I never got into designer stuff. There have been a few things of designer that I've wanted. Actually, let me see something right quick. I have to type in. Let me see something right quick, y'all. I haven't really gotten into designer items, and that's really all because I've just never been a fan. Sad, please don't get SRS. I mean, my answer to that is I am. This is about what makes me happy, not what makes you happy, babe. And ask deep questions like I would have preferred you to ask me. I was thinking about moving back home to Richmond. And I think I'm gonna have to go into a deeper, another video about this, but I was thinking heavily on moving back to Virginia because I felt like I was losing myself mentally in Atlanta, and I felt like if I stayed here any fucking longer, I was going to go insane. Over the last month, I was at my lowest mentally, and I had to really reevaluate some things in my life. Like, I went through a while of me not having my nails done. I went through a time period of me not getting my hair done, not wearing makeup, not feeling beautiful inside. And like I said, I just felt like I was losing myself. And a lot of people, it's like I keep saying it, but a lot of people was not taking heed in consideration that I suffer from social anxiety. I cringe just being around a lot of people. I will say, I think me going back to Richmond for 2 weeks in August, it's kind of saved me, and it gave me the breath of fresh air that I needed. And I think it was the last 2 weeks of July, I want to say, that I went. And I was back home by, around early August. And I will say that I am not moving back to Virginia. Like I told you guys a couple months ago, I was in between thoughts of moving out of Atlanta. And if I was moving out of Atlanta, I didn't specify, but it was definitely going to be Houston or moving back to Virginia. And for me, Houston is definitely still going to be my place. It's going to be my home, where I built my home at. Because I think personally, Houston is just for me. I love Houston. I love the energy. I love the air. But when I move to Houston, it's going to be a permanent move, like my move forever. But, I don't think that my time here in Atlanta is up yet. And I feel like God is, telling me that, he's saying, daughter, I think, you just need to give it a little bit more time. Don't be so quick to give up on what you were destined for being here. And the reasons that I did come here, I have not fully fulfilled my potential of being here. I remember I was in my space in my head where I'm just like, I'm not advancing in my life. I'm not advancing in my transition. I'm not advancing in my career. What the fuck is the problem? What is going on? What am I doing? Like, why am I having this dark, deep, dark space in my life where I'm feeling so alone to the point where I could be around a lot of people and still feel lonely. I could be around a lot of people and still feel empty inside. So I had to do a lot of fucking soul searching on the people, the places, the things, the situations of what was bringing me down. And I had to also realize that a lot of people over the last year, I had to cut the fuck off because they were not for me. I don't give a fuck how close we were. A lot of those people were very manipulative. They were vindictive. They were spiteful, and they showed their true colors. And I won't even go deeper into that. And I also had to learn that forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Just because you forgive does not mean that you have to reconcile with the person. And just by me gathering that and learning that and adapting to that and adhering that in my head, I know for a fact that I am a good person. I've done so much for everybody. I put everybody on the forefront. I put everybody on. I've given my 110% to every family member, every friendship, every fucking relationship I've ever been in. But now, it's my time now. It's my turn to think about me. It's my turn to care about me. For the first time ever in the last 2 weeks, I've been so fucking deep into self-care, loving on me. It felt so good to get my nails done. It felt so good to order, to spend money, put money into more skincare products yesterday. Having my weekly self-care, Sunday self-care days. Buying me some new hair. Loving on me. Diving deeper into my relationship with God. I am forever grateful of my Father in heaven because He's always with me. And anytime I feel down or anytime I feel confused about the steps in life that I need to take and what is His way and what He wants me to do, He puts me in the right path. He shows me the arrow of where I need to go. He gives me the tips, the tricks, and the rules. And one thing I've also learned over the last year, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I just want to say, I could go so much deeper into this new era that I am in. But all I'm going to say is, she is here. But she's also coming. And if you know, then you fucking know. And everybody that has ever did me wrong, for all you bitches that tried to run little old Miley's name through the mud, for all you bitches, and by bitches I'm talking about niggas and females, For all you bitches that really tried to end me, for all you bitches that had ill intentions towards me when all I've ever done was build you up, help you, put you on, wanted to see you thrive in life, wanted to see you succeed, put you in places and around people so that you can uplift and be in a better place in your life. I've had nothing but genuine intentions for a lot of bitches that didn't have genuine intentions for me. And you see where they at now. They not around me. And for that, I am thankful. And I'm just gonna leave it on that note because she's here and she's coming. If you know, then you know. I love you guys so very much. And as always, don't forget to follow me on all social media at Miley Carter. Bye, you guys.